that's okay. Listen and have fun either way.
Here we go.
Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guess the music and reviews. Game of Thrones, why number 2? Promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things.
I think that was pretty good. What do you want from us?
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. I'm Kat.
I'm Wendy.
And this is Tara.
All right.
On today's episode, we are live from Earp Division Expo. We got a mail sack. We're gonna do some nerd news. We have some special guests. But first, Wendy, what day is it?
It's Earp Day! Day! What other day could it be besides Earp Day? Sadly, last day of the con, but it's still Earp Day. We're not gone yet, so it's Earp Day.
How are you guys feeling? This is our first live appearance together.
I'm good. Thank you to all of you that are here that came to see us instead of like going to the brunch with everybody, or you can get tickets. Either way, we appreciate it. We're really happy that you're here. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
You really are, and Ann and I were talking about this the other night, but like doing this here in front of a live audience, in front of a bunch of Earpers, this is legitimately a dream come true. So thank you all for being here. We do this for you guys, so we really appreciate each and every one of you. So, mail sack?
Oh, we have mail.
We have mail.
Why don't you take it away?
Do we want to describe the sack like we usually do in some form?
I would like you to do that.
Oh boy. Well, it's not as bulging as usual right now because we had to cut it a little bit short for all the things we have going on during this podcast. But it's got a good girth to it.
Well, we just couldn't have an episode of Snop without an email from AK and Beck. So we have to deliver. They deliver for us every week. You don't understand. When people send you an email, it's the greatest fucking feeling in the world.
Yeah.
And then these two crazy idiots, they send us emails every week.
Yeah.
And they give us content, and we love them for it, so we wanted to make sure they had some space on this episode. So first we're going to read an email from Beck. Now, if you listen to the podcast, you know that Beck has a certain way of addressing us, and we address her back that same way. Do you understand the assignment?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right.
From Beck. Hey, nerds.
Hey, Beck.
Hey, Earp Division Expo people. See, she was prepared for that. I don't really care about any of you. I just wanted a large hey, Beck. I'm just lashing out because I'm jealous of all of you while you're all there hanging out and having fun with your found family, blah, blah, blah. I'm dying from a cold. I look like Rudolph. Also, it's so cold here at the moment. We got a heap of snow yesterday that turned into super slippery ice today. And on the weekend, we're apparently getting a cold snap that will bring snow down to sea level, so that's fun.
Oh.
Also, Jurassic World is finally out, which everyone is very well aware. I've been looking forward to, and I have to work all weekend, so I can't go to see it. Not to be dramatic, but I hope the cold does kill me. Seeing as though I was low-key pressured into writing this email.
What?
True. I felt like I should maybe have some kind of Earp-related content, but I'm in Australia, so I'm very separated from everything going on, so that did not seem like an option. Then I remembered you guys talked to Kat Burrell. You guys, you hear that episode?
Last week's episode.
I've been a parent for 7 years now. 7 years, guys. I had no fucking idea that pram wheels need to be inflated. Imagine me just finished pruning a tree back, as you do. I'm bent over picking up the branches to put in the trailer, and suddenly through my AirPods comes this bombshell. I shot up so fast and loudly yelled, "What?" My pram went through 2 kids that are 4 years apart. How did I not realize that this was a thing? Did they just never go flat, so I never noticed? Am I a bad parent? Yes, Beck.
Clearly, I think so.
Tara, please stay safe on your travels. Good luck driving on the correct side of the road. I hope you enjoy yourself and have the best time seeing your friend and also meeting some Snop Tarts. When you finally get to meet Dumbledore, give them a hug from me. I hope everybody has an awesome weekend. I hope everyone enjoyed seeing old friends, making new friends, meeting the cast, and whatever else you all got up to. I really hope one day I get to be a part of a weekend like this and meet people like all of you. Kat, I know you would have kicked butt with your pants. Oh, thank you, Beth. Thank you very much. I didn't write that.
This is a personal note to Kat. Yeah.
And that they were the best ones so far.
Yeah.
And finally, I hope the live podcast goes well and doesn't go downhill after reading my email. Love you guys. Beck. Thank you, Beck.
All right.
We love Beck.
And our next email comes from AK. Wendy's going to read it, but I get to meet AK next week. I'm actually leaving from here, going to the airport and leaving for Scotland, and then driving on the wrong side of the road all the way down to meet Martina, who sent us fan art. Awesome.
Yes.
And AK, so I'm really excited about that.
Well, here's what our buddy AK has to say. Well, hello there, my little snoplings. Whoa, hey, wait, are we live? Have you guys got your big bulging mail sack out in public? Incorrect spelling of mail, I might add. Anyway, I know you like to air your sack whenever you get the chance. In that case, hello there, Earpers, Snop Tarts, and soon-to-be Snop Tarts.
Can we get a big hey AK from everybody?
Yeah, AK.
That was for you, AK. How thoroughly marvelous to be addressing you all live. I hope you're all having a wonderful time there at EDE. Oh man, I will have never been more jealous of Beck than I will be if she gets a massive hey Beck from a live audience of Snop Tarts. That would be epic. Damn my failure to have a call back. I think you just got it, AK. So, my snoplings, this is most peculiar. You had given me to understand that candy corn was the candy equivalent of Marmite. What's Marmite? A magnificently polarizing foodstuff that we have over here. I don't know whether you'll have come across it. I mean, alleged food stuff, it's up for debate. Some say life-enhancing ambrosia. Some say inedible putrescent filth. AK, I've had it, it's the second. A woman I stayed with put it on some, bread, toast. I thought it was a chocolatey substance. It was not. So I took a big bite. Oh my gosh. She did that to get people's reactions because she thought it was funny. AK continues. So I was happy believing this is a straight up gimme fuck right off situation. And yet here was I listening to the snop and hearing the delightful Kat Burrell, a woman clearly of impeccable taste given that she chooses chocolate over licorice every time. Team chocolate! That was AK that said Team Chocolate, not me. Being almost utterly indifferent to this candy corn stuff, now what am I supposed to think? Who should I believe? I need more evidence. Quick, audience poll maybe?
Yes, I love
Perhaps
this.
they could help me out? They're clearly people of impeccable taste, too, being both card-carrying, convention-attending Earpers and Snop Tarts. Same question as for Kat. Candy corn, yum or dumb?
Raise your hand if you love candy corn. Get out right now.
Yes, that is the majority.
Just kidding. If you
No need to ask the other
No.
side.
No. Raise your hand if you think it's trash candy and be should thrown away
Oh,
immediately.
come on.
Woo! Sit down,
More for
guys.
me.
The crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild.
Ah, right. Enough out of me, methinks. Have fun, kids. Enjoy the rest of the cast and the con. Then could someone please put thises on a plane to the UK? Cheers. Love, AK. AK, I will be doing that directly after this con. Nothing ends a con like a trip to LAX, right?
yeah.
Am I right?
Great.
Really, it's just like the Magic Kingdom. So special of a place.
So thank you, AK and Beck. We love you both. We wish you were
Yes.
here. Thank you. Can we get a round of applause for AK and Beck? Tara, did you want to bring up a special guest that Karen is sitting next to right now?
Oh, I do. It's a very, very special guest. It is Calamity Jane, and who I want to just mention, she's very much alive. She's just a little stiff today from her travels.
Karen O.
But here
ladies and
she
gentlemen.
is.
Karen O.
Thank you, Karen. She is here. She is purring. You can't hear her, but she's purring. She's so alive and well. So not eaten at all. She's gonna stay right there.
That is low-key terrifying. We also have another special guest that we could bring up. You know her, you love her. She's a moderator, a podcaster, a beloved Earper. It's Ann Hicks-Bleecker. Keep it going for Ann. Let's go. Bring it up here.
Whoop. Brought snacks. What is it?
Not just any snack. I brought Jello.
Oh, and it's sort of in a trough.
Hello.
Wendy will love this.
Jello, take some,
Oh,
pass it down.
wait, are these
Is it
shots?
just Jello?
Oh shit. Okay. We should pass them around maybe when we're done. Yeah.
We have enough.
Ooh,
We can
thank
share.
you.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll take
I mean,
it.
Wendy, it's not a trough, but it's still pretty good.
Hey,
If
you
you'd
know,
like
it's
some,
Jell-O.
come up and grab it.
Jello cats.
I would like some cherry.
It's like
But
I'm
we
home.
have cherry and we have pineapple.
Oh.
It's not for
Oh.
children.
Oh my God.
It's Mama's
I'm having
Jello.
one. It's Jello. Oh no, I'm good. I got two.
Of course. I'll have a
Okay,
backup.
we're passing out the Jello shots.
Everybody,
Let's,
come for Jello.
Oh, wow.
Come
Yeah.
on
Oh,
up.
it's
Cheers.
anarchy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to do a cheers.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna get in so
Here, I'll
much
put
trouble
it
for
next- I'll
doing
put my
it.
extra on back. Here we go.
I'm gonna do at
There you
least
go.
5.
Anybody wants Jello?
We gotta save some for our other guest who's coming up.
Oh yeah,
so make
I'll
sure.
say I'll hold one
You got
back
that? Okay.
in case they want some.
Thanks everybody. Enjoy that Jello.
Got 4
We're
left.
funnier. The more these do, the funnier we are.
All right. Cheers.
Oh, we're doing- oh,
yeah, we're gonna
cheers,
cheers. Our little
cheers.
shots.
Cheers,
Cheers to
queers.
She Nerds.
Cheers,
Thank you all for being
queers.
here.
Cheers,
Thank
queers.
you. Thank you.
Oh, this is the
Like-
pretty part.
Oh boy, this is. I think you have to do this.
There's no good way to
Oh
do
my God,
this.
no.
This is just.
So, oh no.
It's so graphic trying to eat these, you know?
God,
You gotta get your tongue in there. You gotta really get it in there.
from my college days, it helps to do like a scoop around the rim with your finger.
Oh, okay. Well.
That's a lot.
That's what she
That's
said.
Big.
And then it pops right out.
Woo!
Those are, and those are strong.
Those are strong.
So really strong.
Oh my God.
What are you doing,
Oh
Ian?
man. Feel that.
Wait.
Whoa.
So it's half and half, right?
It's gonna be a fun
Absolutely.
day.
The
Oh my
perfect
goodness.
ratio.
That's gonna leave some hair on our chest.
Yeah, I need some water.
Yeah. It's hot in here, right? Whew.
All right.
So Anne, welcome back to the Snob.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. How has your weekend gone so far?
It's all right.
Yeah.
Can we get a big round of applause for Anne's moderating? She's doing a great job. She had a tough time this morning. She had no cast in like 10 minutes, so
Yeah.
you
I had to
did
pivot.
incredibly. You killed it, Anne. You absolutely
you.
killed it.
Thank you. No, it's been great. I mean, Earping out is like one of my favorite things to do. So, and this is the first time I've met Tara because she works in a hospital.
I work a lot. Yeah.
So-
So it was love at first sight. So,
Well, you
Look
actually.
at Sarah. I mean,
And-
we've seen.
in fact, we're
each
gonna get
other.
very intimate very soon.
We're gonna get so close.
Right here in front of everyone.
Actually, and Tara was very jealous of your hair game last
I
night.
was.
Anne.
Thank you.
Her hair's on point. Like I just want to touch it, I won't. That's oh nice.
Careful,
Ooh. Very nice.
And highlight so far of the weekend, aside from, I mean, I think I would guess you're gonna say moderating.
I was gonna say hanging out with you, but
we would never
we,
believe
we
that.
both know that's not true.
yeah, I mean, moderating absolutely is extremely stressful. Extremely stressful. Kat and I have gone back and forth text messaging for months. Like, why are we doing this to ourselves? This is so stressful. And I'm like, I'm paralyzed because I can't even get my wits about me to formulate questions. And it was paralyzing and just anxiety. And so I just held it. It looms. This is how I work anyway. It just looms over my head. Like, it's like a deadline, and I don't work in that kind of lifestyle. So it's just like, God, I want it to be fun, but I wasn't making it fun for myself at the time because it just was like lording over my head. But I mean, when it came down to it, like the hardest part is like the 5 minutes before. But then once you're
100%.
up there, it's like it's okay.
Right.
It's good.
When you're rethinking everything you've prepared for
yes,
months.
and you're
Yeah.
like, oh my God, Cat Burrow's right there, and so. But yeah, I mean, the Nerf thing went better than I had anticipated.
The Nerf thing was great.
So.
It was very fun. It was different. And no, it was a great idea. You
I
killed
think
it.
from now on, I'm just like gonna do one question and then go straight to Nerf guns.
It could be your signature.
It could be.
I'd ask my co-host what they thought of my panels, but they didn't see mine. But they saw yours, Anne. They saw both of
They know
yours.
Didn't
what's
get here in
important.
time.
They know
I'm not
what's
at all
what.
upset about it. I'm
We've
definitely
seen
not.
your work.
Yeah.
We
That-
would have loved to be in
That's
here.
fair. That's fair. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
We
I'm not
had
at all upset about
jobs and things.
it. Well, Anne,
Yes.
there's another reason we
Oh,
brought you
fuck.
up here today.
What is this, a trap?
Wendy?
As Judge Benner, I now call
Me.
this pre-trial hearing of Snop Court into order.
No.
What?
This is
Order.
officially
Enough from you.
Snop
Bullshit.
versus Ann in the Why Not Podcast. D.A. Tara, please relay the charges.
Thank you, your most glorious honor. You look lovely today. We'd like to bring the following charges against Ann Hicks-Bleecker,
We who?
the SNOP,
Oh.
on behalf of the SNOP and the County of Orange and the County of Los Angeles in a joint
You
effort.
don't have jurisdiction
No, we
here.
do. We have both jurisdictions.
Absolutely. The charges are defamation of character
Thank you.
for saying that we stole things from you. It's ridiculous.
How dare you?
Also, destruction of property for putting your effing sticker on everything. And littering, because I saw some on the floor. What say you?
Well, this is bullshit. I was told I was going to be a guest because people like me, and then you throw this crap in my face. You have no jurisdiction in this town. You, like, Mickey Mouse owns this town, and he loves me. What were those bullshit charges?
Defamation of character.
You
Well, you
said
would
that
have
we-
to have character
You-
in order for it to be
I rest my
defamation.
case. I rest my case. And destruction of property. Stickers
The
everywhere.
people want what they want. People want stickers.
And by the way, so this is also, Casey is also involved in these charges. So both of you were talking smack. You said that we steal your mail sack and replace all of your names with our names. How dare you?
It's like, dear, insert name here, and that's when you put snop in everything.
Wow.
You snop a lot.
We do snap a lot. Yeah, we snap a lot.
We'll see about this.
So no, you have time. We're just bringing these charges to court. So
and
you-
I'm just saying, when I was in charge of the P.O. box, we got a lot more mail. And then all of a sudden, you're in charge of the P.O. box, and like, crickets.
Well, Your Honor, I ask that you set bail at $5 million.
In light of the charges and what seems to be a lack of, sorrowfulness from the defendant,
it's official
Yeah.
term.
I'm
official term.
actually going to set the bail at Jello shots, which has been paid.
No. I think she's got to do one more. She should do another.
Judge loves Jello.
Yeah.
What?
Judge loves Jello.
Do we have enough?
I don't know.
Yeah, so are we all sentenced to one more Jello shot? Is that what
I don't think we're
I can
sentenced
live
to
with
anything.
that. Oh.
We're the prosecution.
I can't drink alone.
But-
I can't slurp alone.
I'll slurp with you.
Slurp with
It's
me.
not what I heard, Ann. It's
We're
not what
gonna
I
need
heard.
it.
I'll allow it.
We are.
I'll
Get our-
allow it.
Let's get our fingers right. And
get 'em
it's
in
moist.
there.
It's moist, Tara.
Oh boy.
It's just like the goo that you brought up.
I'm 2 knuckles
Yella.
Oh, you
deep.
two knuckles. Get it in there, just scoop it.
Yeah,
I
might
heard
wanna save
scooping
those-
is really nice.
Might want to
so
save those
moist.
for
Yeah.
for props for later.
Don't make me laugh.
Wow, Tara, you're really good at that.
I'm not going to be working at the hospital today.
Hey guys, anybody hashtag gay for Tara here right now? Anybody gay for Tara?
Just the two.
Do you chew Jello?
You,
I chewed it a little bit.
you have to.
Slide
That
on
was a
down.
pretty big piece.
It's very generous. I'm not
Yeah.
a fan of like
I need a beer chaser.
choking things down like that.
Yeah. It's okay, Calamity. She's my emotional support
Close
animal
your ears,
today.
Calamity.
A lot.
Oh,
All right, are we
That's gonna be good on an empty
we good?
stomach.
Bail,
Yeah, well,
bail set, trial to resume, and a date to be determined.
yeah.
I
Is there a good
close
lawyer in
this
the
court.
house?
Oh, close.
Gotta go
Okay,
loud.
good.
Wendy, you gotta go
All right,
louder than that.
thank you.
There it is.
Yeah.
Court is now closed. You'd think with all the Law and Order I watch, I would know
Yeah.
more legal
Ching
jargon.
ching.
I'll allow it.
Heinous crime.
Sustain.
So we have another guest that we're gonna bring up.
Courage of the line.
Does anybody here read fan fiction?
If you
I
don't,
wore
you're
my
going to
fanfic
today.
shirt.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I
we
can't go out. My favorite fanfic just got updated.
we reached out to one of our favorite authors. They've actually been on the slot before. We live in the same town, but we've never met them until now in Anaheim. Please welcome to the stage and B. Guel, a.k.a. Bootsncatz.
Bootsncatz.
Boots, how do you feel about Jello shots?
Okay.
Jello.
No pressure.
I have one too, Boots. I'm gonna do one too with you. Solidarity.
These are beefy Jello shots.
They are.
They're girthy.
I have a low alcohol tolerance. So
Great.
great.
Perfect.
I gotta do Tara's trick. I gotta do this.
Do it. Don't be scared. Get your finger in there.
Finger in there.
I'm not scared.
Swirl it round.
Lord have. Oh fuck. Holy shit, guys.
I know.
I ain't playing around.
No.
I got some on my pants.
Boy,
We're good. Boots, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for
Thank you very much.
accepting our well, you'll see what we're doing later. But anyways, you're a good sport. We appreciate you.
Very good sport.
How has your con been so far? How's your weekend going?
It's great. I'm so happy to be urban in California, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah, after it was pushed back 5,000 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you been to a convention before?
Yeah, I just did Earp, what was the last one? Expo. I just did Earp Expo, and I did a con last 5,000 years ago.
It's been 81 years. 84 years.
All aged to decades.
Yeah.
What's your highlight so far this weekend? If you had to pick one.
I mean, seeing you guys, obviously.
Oh, that's nice.
I did get a Jello shot out of it. So
Yeah.
Any fun meet and greets or photo ops or anything like that?
I'm just hanging out, honestly. I'm just hanging out and chilling with people, and yes,
Awesome.
it's been great.
Good.
Awesome. We know that you're a Dolly Parton fan, and I want to know, have you tried Dolly's new cake batter?
No.
And also the icing. There's like a beautiful box out there, and I think, Ann, you got us some, right? Yeah.
Did you
Not
guys
yet.
try it?
We haven't tried it yet.
Not yet.
Maybe you need to come over and maybe we do a
Maybe.
taste test.
Yeah.
Maybe Boots and Ann, we do a taste test.
Yeah.
I'll bring some edible glitter.
Yeah.
Just throw it right on
I
there.
mean, Ann's not a fan of glitter.
Delicious.
So let's talk some fanfic. Any new fic you want to talk about? Any books? You know that Boots is a published author, ladies, gentlemen, and friends.
I told you I was going to make it weird.
Oh shit! Did I write that? I forgot. I'm still writing a fanfic of Mortuary. Waverly is a mortician, and Nicole is a flower shop, tattoo shop owner. So I'm still writing that one. It's been a little bit. Again, it's been 5,000 years. And also, yeah, I'm writing another book right now. That's,
What can you tell us?
if you read fanfic, it might sound familiar. It's about a rancher who orders house plans and accidentally gets a housewife
Hell yeah.
instead. Except this time, the rancher's name is Lou, and they are non-binary.
Awesome.
And, yeah.
Fantastic.
Making it gayer and making it a little more diverse, basically. And,
And-
rewriting it.
And which of your fics is that based on?
That one's based on, what was the name of it? It's called You Made Me Love You.
That is a classic. I think that was the first piece of yours that I read, and I realized, like, I need to follow this person. This person sees me. This person gets me. And that's really exciting. That's going to be,
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to that. That's awesome.
Thank you. I wish, like, I'm terrible at remembering the titles because I name them all after Dolly Parton songs mostly, or just some weird Western song, and they're all 5,000. 5,000 my favorite number today, but it's like so long. They all have a W in it. I hate it. Anyways, that's all.
Amazing. Well, Tara?
Oh, well, I'd like to know, I know this isn't the actual title, but we asked Boots, if you listen to the podcast, we know that we are way overdue and we owe the listeners a live fanfic reading. So we're going to do that today, a piece of Boots' work. So we we'll preface this. I don't know, Boots, can you describe kind of this is an excerpt from the story?
Oh, yes. So this was actually a one shot that I wrote after the wedding episode.
Yes, so this is post-wedding. This is what happened after the wedding day. When Boots sent it, they captioned it as wedding porn. So it's very explicit. If there are any children, please take them away.
Are there any kids in here? Excellent.
Only at Hearts. Yeah.
And listen,
me.
Tara, I want you to take your time with this, okay? I want you to.
Oh boy. Okay, just settle in, people. Settle in. If you if you feel awkward while hearing this, just imagine how I feel reading it, okay?
Oh, boy.
So please don't. Just let it wash over you.
It goes both ways, so to speak.
Boots, I'm so excited for this.
And
I have a lovely reading partner. Anne will be helping me. She'll be reading the part of Waverly. I will be reading for Nicole and all of the narration that's in between.
And listen,
okay.
sorry, Tara,
Wait,
before you
wait,
start.
whoa.
No.
For those keeping track at home, I was asked to be a guest. Then I was thrown into podcourt and then said, hey, you want to read some soft porn in front of other people?
And what did you say, Anne? What did you say?
Yeah, I
Because you're a podcast whore, Anne.
But
Anne's
were you
the
going to
best.
tell the part where you had to get this printed at the business?
Oh
center?
boy, yeah, I had to go. I needed to get this printed. We had to edit it down. Look, Boots is very descriptive, which I appreciate very much
Yes.
in the aloneness of my bedroom. We had to edit it down just a little bit for time. We needed to get it printed so we can all read it and have our parts ready. So I had to go to the business office, or not the business. They don't have a business office here. So I had to go to the front desk and ask, how can I get this printed? And the very lovely person at the front desk said, oh, you can send it to my personal email here at work, my work email. And I was like,
It's not safe for
directly
work.
to you? And so I was like, okay. So I had to go back to the table and I was like, look, she wants me to send it to her work email. I feel really awkward about that because you'll see why as soon as I start reading it.
I mean, you can guess.
And so they were like, just go do it. I was like, easy for y'all when you're over here on your table. So I had to go back and be like, all right, I'm going to send this to you. But look, this is for our podcast. We're doing something on stage. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. And she was like, oh, she was very lovely. She's working today. If you have...
want to meet her.
She's right here. Bring her out.
Yeah.
She'll be reading the part of it, yeah. And she said, oh, yeah, no problem. I love, what she said, contemporary romance. And I said, well, this is very romantic.
So before you start,
Yeah.
Tara and Anne will be reading from the piece. Wendy will be providing sound effects. And Boots, if you feel like they need to take it again, if you feel like they're not doing you justice, please jump in. I feel you're the director of this, so please take as many liberties as you feel. Okay, great.
And but it was titled Wedding Porn, but she changed it so she could email it, and at the top it says, for research only.
Yeah. And last night when I originally sent it, it said nothing interesting at all, not worth reading. Yeah, because
I mean, you guys are okay
for
with
research.
this, right? Are you guys okay if we do this?
All
I'm
right.
so sorry, Carl. Plug your East Carl.
Carl, you have no idea what's coming,
Sorry,
so to
Carl.
speak. I'm so
it
sorry,
gets-
Carl.
it
Carl,
gets-
ladies and
okay.
gentlemen,
And
a round of
do you need a
applause
shot?
for
yeah,
Carl.
come get a shot, Carl. Yay, Carl.
We won't tell anyone.
Carl has been running sound all weekend. It sounds great. Are you guys enjoying the audio? It's that man's
Carl.
responsibility. Thank you, Carl.
All right.
Are we shot, Carl?
Yeah, and
So
can you
now
move
look
your
at you.
can you move your mic a little closer so that
Sorry,
we can
not
look
turning
up
my back
and
to you.
look? It's a little easier when I can make eye contact with someone.
I mean, guys, get into it. You know what I mean? Like, really get into the
we're
character.
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
into things.
You know what? I need a little sip of water before I start. The shots of the beer are
Again,
very
take your
dehydrated.
time. Let's not rush things. We have time.
Mess
Okay.
down here.
Water can also be like a 4D element if you want.
Oh, I like that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm bold.
You're bold,
so
and I'm
bold.
underlined.
So bold.
Okay.
That makes
okay.
sense.
Here we go. This is Nicole. I really want to fuck you in that dress. Nicole's ears rang from her own words, heat of embarrassment already crawling up the back of her neck and constricting her throat. Something that started as a joke, but Nicole felt the air shift around them as soon as she picked up Waverly with ease. Her new wife's fingers dipped just below the fabric of her shirt as she whispered into Nicole's ear.
If you could have me anyway, how would it be? How do you want me?
The lust-filled look that came over Waverly's face erased any doubt Nicole might have had, and her anxiety was replaced by anticipation, and her chest puffing a little, and the cocky smirk grazing her lips. Oh, that's so funny. Waverly reached for her, grabbing the open lapel of her jacket and tugging Nicole towards her until their lips fell onto each other.
We're not doing that.
Nicole pressed Waverly back into the wood of the door.
Do it.
Waverly whispered, a sinful smirk pulling at the corners of her lips. Nicole didn't need to be told twice. Her kisses traveled down the strong cord of Waverly's neck and over her collarbone, slowly sinking to her knees.
Oh boy.
Baby, Waverly breathed, hands cupping Nicole's neck. Her mouth inched higher. That's choking. That's strangling. Her mouth inched higher until her nose brushed the underside of Waverly's breast. Nicole groaned and nipped at the soft flesh, causing Waverly to moan and press her hips forward. Page turn. She smiled against Waverly's lips, her hands gripping at her hips as she pulled her lips between her own. Nicole's hands moved to the small of Waverly's back, just above the swell of her ass as she pulled Waverly flesh to her, feeling her wife shudder beneath her hands. Nicole took the hint, wasting no time and dragging her kisses along Waverly's jaws. Okay. Nipping at the delicate skin behind her ear as Waverly's fingers pulled her shirt from her pants.
Oh boy.
She sucked at her pulse point as Waverly's fingers undid the button of her pants, pulling down the zipper and pushing her hands into the back. Waverly grabbed 2 handfuls of Nicole's ass, pulling her impossibly close and sending a new shot of arousal straight up her spine. Nicole's pants felt tight, and she could feel her underwear sticking to her uncomfortably, her hands itching with the need to touch Waverly as soon as possible. She wasted no more time reaching down and bundling up the skirt of Waverly's dress. Waverly let out a high whine, her hands finding Nicole's neck as her tongue soothed the bruise she left on Waverly's collarbone. You're so wet,
Oh, God.
Nicole whispered as she brushed her lips over Waverly's.
Wendy Woody is dying right now.
They caught for a moment and breathed each other's air. As Nicole's eyebrows furrowed at the feeling of Waverly soaking through the cotton, I barely touched you,
You like the dress, and I like the suit.
Waverly husked. Nicole let out a deep chuckle and lifted Waverly's leg over her hip. Acrobatic here. Making her gasp and press her hips forward towards Nicole even more. She tried to grind herself on Nicole's zipper.
What sound is that, Kat?
But she teased her hips away from her.
You weren't expecting that, Nick.
Waverly gasped. Wait, you missed your spot. You're gasping. Okay. And Nicole's fingers pushed the crotch of her underwear aside. Fingers immediately touching liquid heat. Okay. The children are
Liquid
away.
heat. I mean, come on. That is
She
beautiful.
moaned against the breast in her
the
mouth,
the pros.
biting down on the nipple and soothing the flesh with the flat of her tongue. Boots.
How you doing, Boots?
Filthy.
How
I
you
love
doing,
it.
Boots?
Love
Oh,
it.
this is good stuff, Boots.
Her fingers glided through familiar folds.
We have pages and
Oh, boy.
pages to go, people.
Waverly's cum dripping down her fingers and pooling in the palm of her hand. Way to go, Nicole. Nicole considered herself patient, but there's a slapping. But there was only so much a girl could be asked to endure. Waverly mewled at the feeling, and Nicole made sure to just barely touch her clit, still teasing.
Whoa.
Nicole's pants felt tight. Sure they did. And she could feel herself throbbing with lust, clit straining and pressing just enough to the cotton of her underwear that whenever she moved, another shock of pleasure would shoot up her spine.
Hello.
Waverly panted, hips tilting more toward Nicole and her hands flexing on her neck. Nicole released Waverly's nipple with a pop and dragged her fingers slowly out of her. Waverly shivered against her, nails digging into her neck and pressing half-moon shapes into her skin,
How we doing, Carl?
just over the fresh mark of her neck. She moaned and thrust into Waverly again, all right, causing her leg to tighten even more around her hips. Waverly's walls clenched around Nicole,
Oh my God.
and the hot liquid pleasure seeped into her again. Waverly's thumb continued to rub tight circles around Waverly's clit, drawing out her pleasure.
Whose idea was this?
Waverly's hand still cupped the back of Nicole's neck, her other hand blindly slipping under her shirt. Her hand slid up and cupped Nicole's breast over her bra, long fingers pinching her pebbled nipple over the fabric. Nicole grunted at the feeling. Pleasure seeping so deep into her bones, she found it hard to think. It wasn't new for her to get pleasure from taking Waverly, but this was different. This felt like more.
Sure did.
Waverly crashed their lips together as her walls clenched around Nicole's
Good
fingers,
Lord.
putting them in a vice as she continued to press into the heated flesh. Waverly's cum was spilling out of her hand and dripping down her wrist.
Somebody
All right,
get
Nicole.
her a
Jesus Christ. Nicole pulled Waverly's lip between her teeth, sucking on it before her tongue pushed its way into Nicole's mouth. She moaned around it. And on her next thrust, she slipped a third finger into Waverly.
3 fingers, everybody!
Baby!
Let's hear it for 3 fingers.
Nicole panted as she looked down at Waverly. She was ethereal, as always, skin flushed and glistening with sweat, lips parted as she moaned and her eyes squeezed shut with pleasure. Baby, put your hand on the back of my neck.
Oh my God.
Waverly nodded quickly, putting her hand back over Nicole's fresh scar.
Still no kids in here, right?
As soon as she did, a wave of pleasure crashed into her again, and she cursed. Something about Waverly touching the guardian mark made Nicole feel pleasure through her entire body when she was fucking her. Something to be explored later, which was her last coherent thought before pure desire took over. Nicole soothed the swollen flesh with her tongue, and she kept fucking Waverly through her orgasm.
My goodness.
Waverly shuddered. You don't want to be. Waverly shuddered and tugged on Nicole's pants.
I have got to get these off of you.
I need to get you out of this dress, Nicole said, looking down at where her breast was exposed almost obscenely, the dress still pushed to the side and pushing the enticing flesh up.
This?
Waverly said, hand smoothing back up the front of Nicole's shirt and to the back of her neck. She
Only
lightly
5 more
traced
pages,
over
guys.
the indents
Only
of her
5 more
nails
pages.
left over the slightly raised scar. She smiled at Nicole dreamily.
Was new.
It was almost like I could feel what you were feeling,
Yeah, you could.
Nicole said as she adjusted Waverly's underwear back into place and pulled her hand from under her skirt. Waverly hummed and bit her lip.
We should test it out some more.
We should, Nicole smirked, and the mirth apparent in Waverly's eyes.
Let's go upstairs then.
Waverly said. She licked her bottom lip, her intentions clear as day. You are the sexiest thing.
Oh, good.
Nicole breathed, unable to help herself as she leaned down and kissed her again. I'm so lucky that you're my wife. Waverly smiled, hand on Nicole's chest as she slowly pushed her back toward the stairs. We all know what happens there. Darkened eyes staring at her.
Why don't you show me?
Gladly. End scene. Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. All right.
So I have some questions.
Uh-huh.
First of all,
I have some questions. Like,
first of all,
Yeah.
Wendy, are you okay?
Yeah, good. Good, thank you.
Tara and Anne, have you ever felt closer?
No.
I've never felt more far away from
I can feel what you're feeling, Anne.
It's so uncomfortable.
It was a pleasure being
Anne?
inside of you.
Anne?
Yep.
I'm glad
Your
you
heart,
said yes.
your heart.
Because it was going to be me having to read it. So. Thank you. Thank you.
So Boots,
I get embarrassed.
I feel like I should apologize to you.
I feel like I should apologize.
No, but not.
Everybody.
In all
No.
in all seriousness,
Yeah.
you are a beautiful writer.
Yes.
Yes.
And we wanted to read one of your pieces because we love you and we love your stuff.
Thank you.
So this is as fun and silly as that was. This is our way of paying homage to you because we
Yes.
fucking love your shit.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. You're too nice.
And I I know you've read some stuff, actually. I know you've done some live readings. Has anyone else ever read your stuff with you on a table in front of people sitting right next to them?
No.
Oh, that's so weird.
Definitely a new experience.
How was that?
Embarrassing. You know, like when you're like super horny and you like think of something super filthy, and then like immediately after, when you're not horny anymore, like you're embarrassed.
You feel terrible, yeah.
And you feel terrible. I feel like I just had that moment.
Well, I'm still horny, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all. So, yeah.
You really, and I don't want to. This isn't a joke. You and the other fanfic writers of this fandom, you do a great service. You really do, for multiple reasons. One of them is because sometimes, you gotta get stuff going. But it really is like the caliber of your writing is exceptional.
Thank you.
And obviously you're a book author, and that is testament to how good of a writer you are. How do you get feedback a lot? Do people reach out to you? Have you had do people reach out and share very kind of personal stuff with you? Do you make connections with people?
Oh yeah, like it's a little overwhelming, not in a bad way overwhelming, but I just, I was just sitting behind a computer writing these like silly stories that I thought were just fun, that I liked, and people really connected with them in a way that I didn't expect. And I have a lot of people, like just nice people, just being like, thank you, and like it helped me get through like this, and like, can we talk about this, and like blah blah blah. And it's like, it's just very nice, and it's the best part of like this fandom and like writing for it has been just being able to connect with so many amazing people through just my silly, fucking writing. It's been great.
It's great.
So.
No, it's not
Yeah.
silly.
It's not silly.
It's silly up here because I'm embarrassed. I get embarrassed, especially hearing you two read it. I get embarrassed. But it's fantastic writing. It's fantastic work.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very descriptive.
So, to that point, as comfortable as you are answering this question, I mean, you write sex really good. So, a lot of experience doing that? Do you call upon personal experience when you're writing?
Things often come from personal experience, because that's just easier in my head just to write. I also just have a a lot of filthy thoughts. Okay. I think.
Thank God for your filthy
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah. It takes up too much brain space, I'm not going to lie. But, we all have our burdens, and that is mine. So.
That's a good one to have.
Yeah.
Is it difficult to write sex scenes?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's like things that, how many times did I, reading this, I'm like, wow, I used certain things to it. Like, they clench a hell of a lot. I'm like, how many Kegels are these people doing,
Well, and to be fair, we did edit it, and there's
sure.
only so many ways you can say so many things. So, yeah.
And it's also always like, how filthy do you get? Because I'll blush a little bit, and I'm like, CUNT, giggling. But people like that, but I never know because sometimes it's too much or if it's not enough, and it's like a weird balance.
Is
No,
it ever
it's
too
just
much,
right.
guys? Is it ever too much?
I just worry that I'm gonna just go off the rails someday.
You can do that. Go.
I hold
There's
back
an
a little
audience
bit.
for that, for
Yeah,
sure.
That's fair. But yeah, it is difficult. Yes.
Well, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for being up here. Thank you for sitting through that. Does anybody have any questions for
Well,
Boots?
I wanted to say to Boots, and you're right next to me, but I still have to say it in a microphone, so that makes it weird. So I was really reluctant to read fanfic because I was like, I don't think I really get it, and I want to. The show was still on the air, and I was like, I want to stay true to the characters and the story and the show. So I felt like for some reason that would taint my perception of what the story was doing, and then I can't remember if I started before the show ended or right after, but it may be overlapped by a few episodes. And my first recommendation was, I think, painted walls and hardwood floors. And then, so I was like, oh my God, yes, I love fanfic. Yes, more. So I was getting recommendations. And then somehow my second recommendation was Sky Funeral.
Oh my God.
I was sucked into this story. Sky Funeral is fucking amazing.
Has anybody read it? Anybody read Sky Funeral? It's
But
brutal.
I finished it while I was at work, and I work with children.
Oh.
And during the day, I have like a 2-hour window of quiet where they're napping because they're young children. And I was reading the rest of Sky Funeral. Fucking crying my eyes out, like the lump in your throat kind of cry. Tweeting my ass off, being like, who let me read this story? What do you have to say for yourself?
I have to say it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I put so many triggers on that. Can I give you a hug? I'm so sorry. No, I don't recommend that to anybody. That's one to anybody, unless you want to, cry.
But I do now. It's like what I look for. I like the angsty stuff.
Like the angst.
Yeah, I like the smexy times.
Yeah.
I like the angsty times.
It's a beautiful piece. It really is. It was a bold. I think it was a bold piece to write.
Thank you. Like that one actually, I think, took me the longest to write out of any of my stuff, just because I was writing it for so long. Because I started it. Yeah, I think I started at the end of season. They all go together at this point. Season 3, I think. When she gets taken into the garden. So I started writing it then, and then, as you know, we had years. And I started then, and it was so hard to write that I had to keep taking breaks. And then it would get too much to like be in that world, and I have to take breaks. So it took me like at least a year, maybe a year and a half to write it, and it's not long compared to like my other stuff. So it was a lot.
So it affects you when you write something like that?
Yeah.
Physically, emotionally?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like a lot of times, a lot of the stuff comes from like feelings that I am having just in my life. Like I said, I write a lot from experience, sexy times and not fun times. So it's like, these feelings that I have, and then I'll just barf them out on the page with someone else's face on them or whatever. And so it does affect me a lot. Like, you go in the headspace, and it definitely affects me.
What's your favorite story you've written?
Maybe Sky Funeral, but also the Bachelorette one, which I don't remember the name of right now either.
Was it wedding porn? No? Okay.
Obviously wedding porn. But, I think Sky Funeral, just because it was a lot. It was a lot of emotions. Very, very cathartic.
And did you have a follow-up to anything?
No, I think that was all I had for this right now.
I gotcha. Does anybody else have any questions for Boots? Yeah. Why don't you come up? It's Ingrid. Actually,
Hey.
Carl, can we get the wireless?
Carl's on it.
I love Carl.
Got a roaming mic? Look at that.
Yeah.
This is like an actual fucking panel.
Come on down.
Oh no, Carl, it's a dead.
No.
Speaking to the cat.
Carl,
Because
show
the
we
cat has a
like-
mic on it.
On the show we like and that we're here to celebrate, Winona Earp, there's a character named Carl, but they call him Stupid Carl.
Oh, we would never call you
We
that.
won't call you that, but
Well,
it's
he's-
really hard not to.
He's been hearing it. He's been hearing it all weekend, apparently.
I watched the first episode before I came out here.
Ah,
There you go.
Carl. Give it up to Carl.
But did you watch the second episode? Because that's where Way Hot comes in.
So what do you think,
This one
Carl?
had me.
Are you gonna stick with the show?
My wife really liked it.
Hey! Always be recruiting Earpers.
We saw an Earper doing a hard sell to some Mets fans at the bar.
Yes.
They were like, she was like, "Have you seen this show? That's why we're all here. It's this great show. Here's the plot. I'm gonna lay it out for you. Well done."
I mean, the Venn diagram of Mets fans and Winona Earp.
Yeah.
One
So
circle.
close. Yeah.
We love your work, and I do love your work. So, question for you: what's your favorite fanfiction author, and your favorite work from yourself?
My favorite fanfiction author, probably Cold Mackerels, and I'm also saying that because I know she would hate that I said that. So, I'm gonna say Cold Mackerels. And my favorite, I really like the Broger one. Selling acid was a bad idea. That's been my fave for a really long time. My favorite, I think, is probably either Sky Funeral or the Bachelorette one.
Awesome.
Which again, I don't remember the name of. Why'd you come in here looking like that?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Why'd you come
W.
here?
Another
Okay.
fucking W.
And that's what this fic was from, right? That was The Bachelorette?
No, this was a one shot.
Oh, my bad.
Just a horny one shot.
Is it the same versions of Way Hot, or is it different?
Same versions. Yeah.
Same universe.
This is or Bachelorette is not. Bachelorette is AU. This is canon.
Oh, got it. Oh, okay, great. I didn't know that. Any other questions for Boots? No. Any other questions? Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Questions in general?
I love the hands. There's a mic. Where'd it go?
It's a
Ingrid, did you steal the
participation.
mic, Ingrid? You okay? Oh, shit. Okay, go.
I guess a very similar question to Ingrid's, but outside of fan fiction, what are some of your favorite lesbian authors or lesbian novels or series?
That's a great question. Okay, so I just read this great one by Celeste Castro. It's called Prize Money, and I like it a lot because it's a western, but it's like a modern western. It's about a rodeo, like a rodeo circuit, and there's only one trailer, and there's horses, and it's
Only
awesome.
one trailer for everyone? Oh,
Yeah.
shit's bound to happen.
One trailer. And instead of only one trailer, and it's like a little bit of like maybe enemies to lovers. It's great. Anyways, I definitely pick up that one. Yeah, that one's great. And then Amy Spalding also writes really great books as well. I recommend her too.
What's your favorite trope to write?
To write,
Yeah.
I really like enemies to lovers, but I haven't written it a lot because Way Hot it's hard to be enemies to lovers with Way Hot, which is like actually a big struggle with them. Is there's not a lot of like angst built into them because they're just fucking perfect for each other.
They're perfect.
Yeah.
Liz, do you have a question?
Thanks so much. Maybe just tell us a little bit about your writing background. Like, did you grow up writing, or how did you, really get so skilled at your craft?
I mean, I've been writing fanfic forever, basically, mostly in my head when I was a kid, and then, when I discovered AOL chat rooms and Lizzie McGuire fanfiction on AOL chat rooms.
Okay, clap for Lizzie.
Yeah. Lizzie McGuire.
They did her wrong for her reboot. They wouldn't let her be adult. That's some bullshit.
I'm
She just
so
wanted to
upset
be
about
right.
that. And then now she's doing the How I Met Your Mother, which could have just been Lizzie 2.0.
Right.
Like, that's how I'm looking
At least
at
she
it.
got something, I guess.
Whatever.
We
Yeah.
love
Anyways.
Disney, but come on.
Anyways, Hillary Duff and us were robbed. And,
Yeah.
Lizzie McGuire fan fiction. That's where I learned what sex was Lizzie McGuire fan fiction.
Oh,
which is
okay.
Weird because it's fan fiction about middle schoolers, and I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
as an adult, I'm like, who was writing this? But anyways. And I kind of always wanted to write, but then I went to school for film production, TV production. I thought I wanted to do that, and then I realized the entertainment industry is a lot. I mean, I always kind of knew that, but so then I gave up on that, did something else, and went back to writing Winona fanfic, and now I'm just decided to, I guess, write it without other people's characters.
And what's your latest book, Internet Famous?
Internet
what's that one
Famous.
about?
Hold that up,
Is
Anne.
about,
Hold that up.
Yeah.
It's about a girl who she tries out for the part of Danny in Grease to impress her ex-girlfriend, and she doesn't get the part because she's a girl, so she goes on a rant about the school, and she accidentally gets internet famous, and so then they have to give her the part after that. So but she's not very good at it. But anyway, so she's a hot mess. She's a hot mess, and she's just trying to get her girlfriend back, but maybe she finds different love along the way.
Oh, okay.
And how can people find that book? And queer leaders as well.
Amazon, any bookseller, honestly, it's everywhere. Ebooks on bellabooks.com if you just look up my name, MB Guel, Guel, like Miguel, but without the me. And yeah.
And what about your Patreon?
Oh, right. My Patreon is under Bootsncatz, and I'm taking a break from it right now. It's on pause, but I update my fanfic there before I update it on AO3, and then I also do just fic for that, and then I'm gonna start posting previews of the next book that I'm doing as well.
Amazing.
Can we talk about your tattoo for a second?
Wait, hey, hold
Boots?
the thought.
Oh, okay.
Hold the thought, lover.
Okay.
No, would you autograph these for us? And I have an extra copy that I would love to give away if you
Yeah.
could autograph these while I fangirl out.
I would love to destroy them for you.
Go ahead, lover.
Oh, your tattoo. Thanks, babe. It's Winona. And yes, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And you said you got asked about it at the airport?
Yeah, the Canadian customs guy asked me about it on the way back from Akon, and so, like, yeah, I tried to sell him on the show.
Yeah.
As you do. But as I do every time someone says, hey, that's a cool tattoo, is that Buffy? And I go, no.
Come on. Yeah.
It's very close. Well, Boots, we can't thank you enough for being here, for being a part of what just happened. We're huge, unless we haven't said it enough, we were huge fans of yours, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here. You're a good sport. You're always game for all the crazy shit we throw at you. So thank you, Ann Hicks-Bleecker. Guys, that's our show.
Yeah. Wait, Wendy, what did you go get?
Oh, so they had I bought something at the booth where they had you're entered into a drawing for the Everyone Welcome hats.
And you won?
I won.
Cool.
I won the hat. And
then she ditched our asses. She was like,
but I
I'm
got
out.
distracted by, getting ready for the podcast and the photos and the panels and everything. And then I realized, oh yeah, they said between 9 and 12, and it's almost 12. So I just should go run real quick.
She has priorities.
I don't want him to pack up and say, oh, I guess you didn't want it. I just forgot.
Yeah, that would be rude. You don't want to be rude.
So very sorry.
You totally
But
sleep
That was the button place, right?
Yeah.
What did you find?
Huh?
The button you bought.
Well, I got the little Winona button there.
but the other one.
And the other one.
That was a different booth. I found
was
a
it?
Root and Shaw button. So I had to
Yeah.
Wendy found the
Root and
only
Shaw.
Root and Shaw
one
memorabilia
thing in
here.
this building, and
It's like a magnet.
So, but yeah, this is, and Kat, thanks Mom, loaned me some dollars for the button because I had no dollars.
You're welcome,
But then I
dear.
won the hat, so I didn't want to miss it. So, sorry I left my own pocket.
That's fine. You just leave your podcast to go pick up a free hat. It's totally good.
You see how it feels, you two? Last night they got special shots at the
Okay,
bar, and they brought the
here
shots
we
back
go
to the table. And they didn't bring me one. It's cool.
You said you were done drinking.
No, I said I was slowing down. But you didn't tell me you're doing special shots, not
definitely.
shots.
Slowing down doesn't mean go get me a shot.
No.
Well, no one asked me, so it's fine. I
She's
hope
like
you feel
this.
the pain I felt.
She's like this all the time. I think the biggest thank you goes to you guys. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming, so to speak. Thank you for being here. We do this because of you guys, so thank you so much. Anything else that we need to say?
Well, you can find us on the Twitter at SnopOdcast with 1D on the Twitter.
Or on Instagram and Facebook at She Nerds Out Podcast. Calamity got a little jello on it. Sorry. It's a little sticky.
Oh, Karen, I'm so sorry.
No, I did.
Karen, do you want a bracelet? You can send us an email at shenerds@gmail.com. You can go to shenerds.com. It's our website. You can buy some merch. You can buy some beer. Catch up on old episodes. All things Snop related. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Who needs a bracelet?
You can send mail to that P.O. box, but address it to Why Not Podcast.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And do you know
I'll try
the
hard this
do you know the PO box address?
Burbank, California.
It's PO Box
Oh,
6732, Burbank, California 91510. We love you all.
Yeah.
Wendy, do you want to take us out?
Sure. All right, as we usually say, one more.
Wendy,
On
Wendy
that
used to play
note-
softball,
Played
by the way.
softball,
Wendy Woody, softball
By the
extraordinary.
way, if you need a bracelet, I didn't throw one. We have plenty. Everybody at the end of the show, if you haven't seen it, we say, She Nerds Out. So we'll try to do it all at once because we usually never get it right. But maybe with more people, we'll get it right. So here we go. On that note, till next week. She Nerds Out.
Calamity lives.
Thank you guys. We love you guys so much. Thank you for taking time to do this. Hey, Kat here with a quick message. During our live fan fiction reading, we played a little snippet of Adeline's Ghost, and we had permission to do that. We reached out to Adeline, and she was totally cool with us using it. And speaking of Adeline, she's celebrating Pride Month with a queer song sing-along. You can go to her website for details. It's going to be Saturday, June 25th at 5 p.m. Eastern. We love Adeline, so please show her some love. And speaking of Pride Month, we're taking the rest of June off. We'll be putting up some older episodes for you to enjoy, but we'll be back in July with brand new episodes, lots to catch up on. So you can subscribe to our podcast so that you don't miss our triumphant return. And you can go to our website, shenerdsout.com, and catch up on old episodes. Lots of stuff on there to keep you busy until we come back with brand new, exciting episodes here at She Nerds Out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things. Nerdy things.
Oh, should we start now?
No, we're going to start late. Okay. Everybody starts late here.
Yeah. Okay, it's 11:05. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.